All right. Oliver, stop it. Yeah. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's just Praise here. Long time. No fucking see. I know. Is this angle okay? I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more actually. Let's see. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. So this is kind of an not impromptu, is that the right word? Kind of like an unexpected recording. I'm recording my podcast again alongside my YouTube video. But I think the timing for both will be a little bit different. Oh my God. My camera did not catch that because I fucking didn't zoom in. Anyway, Oliver just hacked my goddamn hand. That was not cool, bro. So this episode and video is going to be like an update video kind of thing, just because like so much has happened during this pandemic that it's been absolutely insane. So much good, so much bad. It's just a lot of things have been happening. So let me put my list out. So also for those watching my YouTube channel, I'm wearing this Asia O'Hara shirt that I got from the drive-in drag show thing for Halloween. It was amazing. And I'm a Cameron Michaels stan. She waved at me. That'll be another episode, I think. I'll have that with like Steph to talk about it because it was amazing. Anyway, so let's just kind of dive into what this pandemic has been like for me. Because, I'm so fucking self-centered like that, obviously. I just care about myself and talk about myself. But this is my podcast and my YouTube channel, so whatever. So I had my last semester at SF State. It was such a weird shift to go from like in-person classes to totally online. Especially my last semester, but it happened. And if online schooling wasn't hard enough, I also lost my grandmother back in, I believe, April. That was really hard. Yeah, that whole thing was just really difficult, to be honest. She was definitely kind of like the glue that kind of held every piece of our family together, like cousins and family friends who we said were cousins and aunts and stuff like that. So it's weird not having her around anymore. And it's so weird when you lose someone and like you have to change their contact thing. Like her house number, she lived with my aunts, and it would be like Tita and Lola's house or whatever, but now it's like just my aunt. I haven't changed it though. I don't have the heart to change it, but that was kind of a weird prospect to think about. I haven't thought about her passing in a while. Trying not to get emotional about it though. It's gonna be a roller coaster of things. So, dealing with grief and graduating college. I graduated with my bachelor's in psychology. Took me 6 years, but hey, we got here, And for those of you who don't know, it took me so long. Me in particular, like if it takes you a while to get your degree, like that's totally fine. There's not a timeline, but with my strict Filipino parents, it was like, you got to get that shit as soon as possible. So I didn't do it in the 4 years that like the Americans say that you should get it. They were kind of like, what's taking so long? But it took me so long because I changed my major from kinesiology to become a physical therapist to psychology to be a cognitive therapist, I guess. But I don't regret a thing. I really appreciate where that decision has gotten me. I literally would not be sitting here right now without having changed that. So don't regret it. So after I graduated, I moved out of my parents' place. I'm currently living with my best friends, and it is insane that I moved out. Because again, for those of you who don't know, my parents were very strict and very like curfew, even at 24. Didn't have a lot of freedom, and now I do, and it's liberating. And I think before I definitely was like super extroverted. Like I never wanted to be home. I always wanted to be somewhere else. I always wanted to be with friends because like I love my family. I do. But when you're under such a tight like grip, you don't want to be there anymore. And so I just couldn't handle being there for long periods of time. It just wasn't good for my mental health. But now that I'm like in a place where I feel comfortable, I don't feel like I have to like hide myself or feel like I don't have to like change myself. I just have turned into an extreme homebody, which is really nice. I think that really proves that I just am comfortable where I'm at, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to just kind of grow as a person and learn things on my own. Also, people who are watching my YouTube channel, don't judge me with how close I'm holding the microphone to my mouth right now, as in like it's touching my lips. Don't judge me, okay? I'd appreciate that. Because for some reason the podcast is like super low right now, so I don't know what's happening. Hopefully the audio is okay since I'm not listening to it. Shortly after I moved out, the day before Father's Day, I dyed my hair teal. It was super cute, but oh my God, my dad and I got into it because he has this notion that people with like dyed hair and like facial piercings and tattoos, basically what our generation consists of aesthetically, he thinks that those people like aren't going anywhere in their lives. So when I came home for Father's Day, my dad was like, basically get the fuck out. But I stayed and cried, and we both cried. And what it came down to was like, my dad is just like, I don't want anyone to find a reason to not hire you or give you opportunities. And I just worry that you having dyed hair is going to like, make people think that you're not smart or successful or whatever. But, and it was kind of like sweet to kind of understand that, and I get that my dad doesn't want, me to risk my future. But I told him, I was like, I'm not going to do anything that'll risk my future. Like literally everyone I know has dyed hair. Like, come on. And like, but the tattoos thing is like, oh my God, he will not budge with the tattoos. He's just like, that's where I draw the line. Like, tattoos are not for women. He's very old school thinking. So anyway, so yeah, I got into it with my dad, but we're fine now. As you can see, I am very blonde in my hello YouTube people. So after that, in July, got a new car. She's beautiful. She's a Toyota 4. What? Forgive me. I'm tired. I just got a Toyota RAV4 hybrid. So road trips are not going to be an issue at all. Oh, did y'all hear that? My stomach was like, bruh. I love her. She's great. Not really a city car. Like I intentionally wanted to get what, but you know what? They're limited edition. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm a sucker for limited edition stuff. And then in August, I quit Phil's, and I am now a full-time counselor at a residential treatment program. I'm basically an unlicensed clinician, which is crazy to think about. The fact that I have been able to like get this big girl job out of college, and I got it because like I know the program director, which is also kind of crazy to think about. So I think I've learned that networking is super important for sure. And I got lucky because my program director is really cool. It was just it's been a blessing to be able to get this job and get the experience for me to pursue my master's program, and I'm learning a lot. It's definitely a change. It's definitely a shift from making coffee every day to, you know, talking to clients and helping them with stuff. So I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to like take it day by day. And I feel like I'm the kind of person where I feel like I should have things down by now, but I'm literally still in my probation period and still learning. And I can't, like, why am I expecting myself to know everything already? But here we are, you know, perfectionist me. Today was one of those days where it's like, it was a fulfilling day, and it's kind of like, okay, I get why I'm here. I belong here now, but you know, some days are going to be better than others, and that's just like any other job. Lastly, as like a big life thing, my godfather unfortunately passed away this month, October. And it's really hard. I've known this guy like my entire life, and so he's my godmother's husband, but I think of him as my godfather also, just by, you know, marriage, I guess. And like, they mean the world to me. Like, her and her 2 kids, like, I just have such vivid memories with them, like, my entire life. And the fact that I don't have him anymore just is, it's not fair. And there are times where I'm just like, it's not real kind of thing. And it's just like, of all people, he was just the nicest man that you'd ever meet. Like, he was so quiet and reserved, but like, he was so sweet and so talented in the kitchen and with his mute. Like, he would be like a little DJ, and he was a nurse for like over 20 years, and like, everyone that met him just loved him, and literally no one has a bad thing to say about him. And it's one of those things where like, I realized him and my grandma didn't even get to meet Kev, and it just felt like I didn't spend enough time with them. And I really regret that. And I know that, like, especially with the pandemic, it was impossible to see them. And even before, like, my godfather was like super busy. Like, he was a nurse and he had 2 kids and his family to like prioritize, which is fine. Like, completely understood that, you know, but it really sucks that like he passed away so soon, and he just turned 50. And yeah, there's still, even now, like, there's still times where I'm like really dumbfounded that he passed away. So, but other than that, yeah, my life has been exactly what this whole update has been, just roller coasters of emotions and positive and negative life events. And it's like, I'm so grateful for where I'm at now, but I'm also like super sad. I don't know. I feel like I haven't had the opportunity to really implement any of my not my coping skills, but like self-care, like hobbies and stuff. And that's been real unfortunate. And I need to prioritize myself a little bit more. And I'm still in therapy, which is such a blessing. Like, being able to do that virtually is just amazing. And I have wonderful friends. And I think COVID has really not only scared the world, like, in terms of our health and where we stand, and politics on top of that, but like, it's just, I think we're living in such an apathetic time and an unknown time. Like, we don't know what's going to happen within these next few months, and election day is in like 5 days. Like, everything is so uncertain right now, and that's terrifying for a lot of people, including myself. And I think it's just, now more than ever, it's so important to just stick together and appreciate the people that you have, and work hard for the things that you want and believe in, because you never know when that's going to get taken away from you. Yeah. It's been a long year. It's been a long 7 months, guys. We've fucking been in this pandemic for goddamn 7 months, and I'm sick of it. The government needs to get their shit together. Everyone else needs to get their fucking shit together and wear their goddamn masks and stop going to public ass, like crowded ass places. It's just getting so ridiculous. Like, I just don't understand why people have to be so selfish and just go places without masks and go places with like high COVID rates and stuff. Fucking sick of it. There's like no regard for like human life right now. Pretty much. I think for like a lot of things, there's like no regard for any human life right now, except for the straight cis white man, as fucking history has shown us. So it's exhausting. I'm tired. I just wanted to record this and film this because it's just been a long time coming, and I miss this. I miss filming and recording. So I'm going to I owe it to myself to do this again and talk more. Do you have anything else to say, Oliver? Enlightening. But thank you guys for listening and watching as always. I hope to see y'all soon. And remember, be yourself, spread love, stay beautiful, and I will hopefully see you very soon. Bye, guys. Ew, that was like the fakest smile. That like, you know, like those fake smiles where like it kind of hurts your cheeks because you try to smile and then your smile turns out really awkward. That's what I felt like. Okay, bye.